All eyes will be on the capital city as the Oscar Pistorius murder trial gets underway in the North Gauteng High Court. Mthunzi, it's unprecedented for the media to be given such access to any trial in South Africa. Explain to us what happens on Monday when Oscar Pistorius arrives here.
Without necessarily getting into the Oscar Pistorius case, but ordinarily, in a South African legal system, when an accused person is out on bail, he attends or goes through the system like an ordinary member of the public. So this is basically the entrance that he will be using because he's out on bail, he's not awaiting any trial, he's not in custody. But because of the interest internationally and in fact inside the country. Now what will happen is that there is limited access to the courtroom given the amount of interest that is there in the case.
What is the likelihood that he could use another entrance, Mthunzi?
That is unlikely given the fact that all accused persons are treated equally.
And once inside, it's all down to business.
Both the defense lawyers and the prosecution are coming from two different institutions, and therefore there is no opportunity for them here to have their offices where they can actually interact and all that with the accused or the witnesses, because they've already consulted with their witnesses respectively.
This is what a typical high court room looks like. Explain to us what this setup is all about.
This is a high court room, and this is the place where members of the gallery sit. And obviously, because the case has attracted a lot of public interest, the access to the court proceedings has been controlled and limited. This is the space that is occupied by an accused person or accused persons if there are more than one. Now, if you have been sitting in the gallery as an accused who's out on bail, your case will be called and you have to quickly move into the dock. But if you're an accused person who is in custody, who doesn't have bail, you will be coming from the holding cells, which are down here. And no interaction is allowed between the members of the gallery and the accused persons. Only people who can interact or confer with the accused is the legal representative. And this side, it's for the defense lawyers. And that side there, it's where the prosecution sits. And this is the witness box. This is where all the grilling happens. This is where some witnesses break down and then the judge gives them an opportunity to regain their composure and all that. This is where it all happens. This is where the stenographer sits, the person who records all the proceedings, because all that is recorded in these mics, it goes through to this machine. This is where the judge sits. Now, at times, because of the public interest in the case, you would have assessors.
And what do the assessors do?
Assessors are there to assist the judge in arriving at a conclusion that is just and fair, that is in accordance with the law. So the judge sits there, weighs whatever is presented before him by the prosecution and disputed by the defense, and arrives at a conclusion. His role is very limited in terms of what happens from an evidential point of view.
Let's talk about the actual trial that gets underway. Explain to us, how does a trial actually work?
When a trial is ready, the first thing that happens on the trial date, when all the parties are here, the accused sitting in the dock, witnesses wait outside. Then the prosecutor will read the indictment, which will be interpreted to the accused, and the accused is asked to plead. After that, the prosecution and the defense, they do what is called opening statements, where they will take the court through the kind of evidence they present and the kind of witnesses they will be presenting and the basis of the allegations against which they accuse, against the accused rather.
This courtroom is set aside to accommodate the overflow, while next door is where all the proceedings will be unfolding. 3 state-of-the-art cameras have already been installed, giving the world real-time access to everything happening here. Outside, cameras from across the globe stand by, waiting for the Paralympians' day in court. Cathy Mohlahlana, North Gauteng High Court.
Know more. eNCA.com